Well, to begin with, this meeting has really been quite an inspiring meeting because looking at the way nurses are being looked at globally, it somehow, before we started a meeting, somehow I was feeling like probably maybe I may not get something new that would inspire me to work harder. But through this meeting, I've come to realize that nurses out there are really very good people, and they need to be motivated in order to be able to do their work well and take the profession as something that is of serious concern, and that they can do better even as nurses. And with the objectives that we had, these various activities that we can do to improve on our nursing profession, I loved it, and especially the aspect of research, which has always been my area of interest. I think I'll take it up seriously and share the ideas with my colleagues so that we can be able to set up research group organizations, and with the help of Scholar, I'm very quite sure that they'll be able to help us go ahead with this initiative.
What I've got from this event, just a nurse does not apply. So we should not feel like we are just nurses. There's so much, the sky is the limit, especially from our main presenter today, who is doing a master's. We should not be limited also by what is available in Uganda. We should seek it elsewhere when we feel we are limited here. And another thing I learned is the little I do at whatever level I am as a nurse, in the community, in the family, when I team up with other colleagues, it weighs a lot globally. So I need to team up with other colleagues so that we make an impact in life. Yeah.
You know, when you've been in the nursing profession for a while, you think you've gotten to see quite a lot and to know quite a lot. But one thing that has stood out for me is, even as nurses, the sky is the limit. We can go as far as PhDs and even further. We have a big role to play in research, and above all, we are patient advocates, and we can work as a team to make a difference in the nursing face of Uganda and the global village. Yeah.
Go and disseminate the information. Let the nurses out there know that there is a nurse-to-nurse global initiative that can be able to help them improve on their jobs as nurses, and the same initiative can make them have a provision of going ahead with their studies, and then be able also to acquire specialization in areas that they would best want to practice in, and be able to explore more so as to improve in their working environment.
Alone, I can do very little, but when I hold hands with the colleagues, we can do a lot. I'm talking about maybe forming associations and holding hands and reaching out to the nurses who are up country. We need to hold each other's hands so that we can move higher and share information, and especially with a lot of respect. When I know there's a case which was not handled well, with a lot of respect, I should not feel intimidated when I want to question and when I want to advocate, especially for a patient. But again, with a lot of regard, with authority, I need to know who are the right people, the right office to approach, so that I can have that case corrected. I learned this again from our presenter, the case an example she gave us. And whether you are known in that office, so long as it is advocating for a patient, I learned it is very important. I should not be intimidated. Yeah.
About the knowledge I've acquired today, I've been fired up as a nurse to go out and work with a team. Not only that we've met here, because we've done a lot of networking today, but also with the nurses wherever we are. We can make a difference in the patients' lives. We can make a difference in the healthcare systems, and all we need is to work together. All we need to do is to work together to to make the change and to improve the face of nursing in Uganda, right from the education, how you become a nurse, to the point where you're actually serving the patients. And I know I have a role to play. I intend to continue playing my part in NTNGI and to continue with the networking as allowed.
From the group discussion and again the presentation, I realize we are various. We have various ideas, and it stems a lot from what do I think myself as a nurse. We have various reasons why we joined nursing, and again, because we come from different setups, I feel we need to hold each other's hands to build confidence in some of our colleagues who feel, I'm just a nurse. I remember somebody just was asked a question today and said, I'm just an enrolled nurse. So we need to do a lot. We are different. There are some of us who are assertive, but there are others whom we need to hold hands so that we move together and so that their impact wherever they are working is felt as a nurse. So I'm just not a nurse doesn't apply.
I think what stood out for me was there are two things: the challenges that we face as nurses and what the community perceives of us as nurses. In the group that I was in, there were quite a number of negative aspects that came out, and there are things that we can actually change. It's about sensitizing the public on who nurses are, what we do, and why we go to school, what we attain from school, so that people understand that nurses are not there just to do what other medical professions ask them to do, but they can actually lead in different areas of nursing, in different areas of the medical field. And the challenges that we face are something that we can work with the Nurses Council, with the union, which we found out today that we have, and with the fellow nurses. I think I'm fired up to make a change in nursing, and I think we can do it together.